Welcome back. It's time for more Alliance War, Season 42, War 6. 4 Lokis facing HCAV. Don't think we faced these guys before. I know that Barrowman's there and some other names that are recognizable in the community, so good luck to them. This war, I have a ton of fights. We're going to be using Absman, Red Hulk, and Titania. Pretty excited about using her in a couple new and different ways this war, and I'm always excited to use Carl and Big Daddy rhulk. So I just check in to make sure that my Titania is in fact Sig 200. She is. Let's turn on the global, even though our folks don't benefit, and we're going to begin here on path 9. I did 9 of my 10 fights all in a row at the very beginning of this war, so this was a pretty fun little romp through the defense. So first up on node 19, we have this Apoc. There's absolutely no danger here for Big Daddy Red Hulk. We just beat this guy into the ground. So just gonna do some parries, throw some special ones, and gonna make short work of Apoc here. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why they put Apoc here. He's not really much of a threat to a bunch of different champions that you can use. Next up, we have Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock is brand new to the contest. I opened up a ton of crystals, try to get him because he looks really intriguing. And when we first saw the defense, we saw Adam Warlock placed here. PWF and I were like, oh shit, what are we going to do? And then I thought about it, and I'm like, wait a minute. The danger of Adam Warlock is his special 2. And these guys put Adam Warlock on literally the one node on the map where he's never going to throw a special 2. This is quite possibly the worst node to put Adam Warlock on. I don't know what they were trying to do with this placement, so I just went ahead and said, you know what, I'll rhulk it. It should be completely fine. And yeah, it was. I made one little mistake there. I probably didn't need to throw that special 1, just to gave him a second indestructible from the node. But other than that, I mean, you're gonna look and see like nothing here, man. Terrible placement. Okay, next up we get Mojo on node 21. You can do this fight with several different champions. I'm gonna do it with the Red Hulk, and I have an invul boost on, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and push him straight to the special 3. Not give a crap, just tank it. I'll get a little bit of damage from the degen from his special 3, but overall, the massive amount of damage that I'm doing with rhulk here means that this is not going to be a particularly dangerous fight. So I'm 23 seconds in. He's down 90% health. Wait through this long special 3 animation. I'm going to take a tiny bit of degen. I could have hit special 3 right away to finish the fight, but it doesn't really matter. All right, next up we have Wongers on node 22. I'm going to be using Absman. Now, ordinarily Absman shortens unstoppable buffs, but Wong's is unstoppable is passive. And so the Absman kit is not going to shorten the unstoppable from Wong. We just got to play around it. But other than that, it's just a normal sort of Carl fight on node 22. Be in magma form, heavy into the SB2, big burst damage. We're just going to take that SB2 on block. It's not that big of a deal. He didn't have any prowess active at the time, so no real danger or problems here. I did the heavy counter there, the special, because he was above 90 mystic charges. I'm going to try and bait out a special 1, get him under a bar of power before I kill him here. just so that way I can not have to worry about the Wong Steak guy for the next fight. I am not going to be successful, but I just want to get this fight over with. There, why even worry about it? So next up, we got Node 23. We got a Nova. We're going to stay in Magma form for this fight, knowing that our unblockable SB2 damage is again going to be nerfed. It'll be the subsequent burst damage, where we do real danger against Nova. It's a great little spacing there on my heavy counter. I'm going to give myself props for that. I thought it was a little silly that I got rooted there, because I thought I got that hit in before the root timer went out, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm less concerned about heavy canceling into the SB2 against Nova again because of the lack of damage that I'm going to be doing on his special 2 because of its unblockable. I'm also a little annoyed that twice in this fight I go to heavy Nova and he dexes out of it. That's just, just a little annoying. See, that's the second time. It just made me angry when I was doing this fight. But other than the node, there's not really a whole lot of danger in fighting Nova with Absman. All right, now onto a fight that I think is a bit of a stretch, but ended up working out pretty well. It's Maul in 26, Hazard Shift, Bleed Shock, Absman, and Uru form. Now, when I dueled this fight, Absman Heavy doesn't have a very long reach, and so heavy countering Maul is pretty hard to do. You can heavy counter his SB1, and so if to the extent that I can bait those out, that's where you'll see me doing heavy counters. But mostly I'm just going to be playing this fight normal, waiting for the falters to drop off, and then, hitting Maul whenever there is that window. So I don't heavy there because I saw the approaching falter prompt, and I'm not Yusafa, so I know to wait that out. There, I just sucked. And, yeah, not great, clown. Not great. Talk junk about Yusafa and then immediately do the same friggin' thing. Ugh. But I'm not going to fall prey to it again. I'm going to wait this one out, get the intercept, get the fight over, move on with my life. Okay. Node 35, Mystic Spidey. This is why I brought Titania, or one of the 2 fights I've been using Titania for. She has a synergy with Absman where she gains bleed immunity. So I'm going to start the fight with a parry heavy. That's perfectly fine with Titania on one eye open because of the Haymaker ability. I'm indestructible, so none of that damage is going to be reflected back onto me at that point in time. So she's a pretty great counter. We're just going to be, smashing this dude as much as we possibly can during the bleed phase, building ourselves up to a special 3, and then doing the massive damage from the special 3. I am trying to bait out SB1s as much as I can. I have on an indestructible boost, I'm pretty sure. So I could tank an SB3 if I wanted to. I just want to stay away from the SB2. I don't even have to do heavies in the corner. It's just so much damage. All right, next up we have this thing on node 45. I'm going to be using Absman for it. not only am I going to be in Uru form, but that's also going to nerf things unstoppable quite a bit. And so this was a fairly fun fight. I had not done this fight before, but there was nothing about this fight that scared me, and I was very, very pleased that it went how I had hoped. Yeah, I don't care about things unstoppable. It's too short. A little stand your ground action there. Resisting things heavy just because it didn't register my dash back. You know, like I said, I did all these fights in one go, and I find that most dropped inputs occur for me in this game when I'm on my phone playing the game for a long period of time. And so I generally don't like to have super long sessions if I start to see the game having problems. That was the only one I recall noticing in this particular fight, which is slow but simple. I probably should have gone ahead and done the medium light medium combo for the added burst damage from the vulnerability, but yeah, whatever. Alright, next to last fight for me, if you can believe it, we have this America Chavez on node 47 that has protection and one eye open. We're going to be utilizing Titania again in the same strategy that we employed with Mystic Spidey, which is basically getting around one eye open with her haymaker. This fight is a long fight. My plan was, again, let's go ahead and remove protection when I have the haymaker available, and then just sort of hit America Chavez. Build to the SB3, and then smack her around with an SB3. That's why I start off with a PS1 boost, because I want to get to that special 3 as soon as I can. And I'm just trying to line up the haymaker coming on tap with the protection. Here it's not going to quite line up for me, so I still got to do something here to get it down, and I'm waiting. I'm actually going to try, I think at this time, at beta heavy and just do a heavy counter into the special 3. Could have chanced it for a third heavy. I chose not to, just because of her power gain. She doesn't have any of her phases up, so that SB2 is just, you know, damage into block, no big deal. You can see that it didn't take too much of my life. That SB2 is only really dangerous if she has her forms active, then it becomes unblockable. I should have, during that last haymaker phase, I should have parry heavied. There I tried to parry heavy, counter the SB1. I just screwed it up. So I just went ahead and said, screw it. I'll just eat the damage from one eye open, because she's going to die after one more special 3 rotation. And that's exactly what happened. A lot of fun using Titania. All right. Final fight of the war for me is this Abs Man on node 49, Hazard Shift, Poison, Incinerate. I'm, of course, going to be using Big Daddy Rhulk, and I get a little surprised. This dude is running recoil. I laughed when I saw it, because I just knew that this fight was going to be a lot easier, and then I played it perfectly. So he throws an SB1, I heavy counter to remove his form, and then I just start wailing on this dude. And he's going to throw an SP2 here in a second, and I'm going to heavy counter it as well to remove the form. And yeah, I don't know that this fight could have been played any better. I got, an extra 10% of health off of him from the recoil mastery, but quite frankly, if your spacing is on and you play it perfectly, it wouldn't really have mattered. He would have died just as fast. So, Absman totally destroyed in under a minute by Big Daddy Red Hulk. Awesome job. For Loki, we're off to a strong start this war. Hopefully we can keep it up. And I will see you all in the next life. Jack.